Hello and welcome to another Star Wars: The Old Republic video. Today, this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be simply just saying, please stop queuing for Master Mode flashpoints. Okay, so let's go into some actual detail about this. So it's not necessarily to say don't queue for Master Mode flashpoints, it's to say recognize the changes and the differences compared to the previous expansion to the current expansion when it comes to Master Mode flashpoints. All of the flashpoints have been rescaled to level 80. This means that your stats are no longer being scaled, down, capped, or boosted to a certain value. Well, technically they're still being boosted, but that's a different story. The other big thing is the enemies have been redesigned, the encounters have been redesigned with different health pools, different damage pools, and so on. So it's a lot harder to complete a lot of these flashpoints compared to the previous expansion, on top of the fact that our gear has been significantly changed. So the amount of stats we were able to get with level 75 and the way that they balanced out those stats with the different numbers needed to hit certain thresholds, it's just very hard, if not impossible, to get that same level right now with the gear that you have available to you. So especially if you're wearing any of the new gear that's green, you're going to find that you're significantly weaker in doing damage or healing output compared to before. Even as a tank, I was finding that I was struggling quite a bit trying to wear the new gear. A lot of experienced players, myself included, have actually been finding that some of these Master Mode flashpoints are harder to complete with a group than it is to actually go and do veteran mode operations. So there is definitely a huge increase in challenge for the Master Mode flashpoints for a lot of players who are not used to the new system, who might not know their class quite as well as some of the endgame players, and especially for anybody who hasn't been getting the new gear at a blue or purple level to be able to get those stats that are better geared for doing this type of content. So again, just be very aware that it's very difficult now compared to before to do a lot of these Master Mode flashpoints. And you could encounter a lot of situations where you're getting kicked or where people are being negative to you, or you simply just waste, well, I shouldn't say waste, you spend a lot of time doing these Master Mode flashpoints without ever completing them. So really do think long and hard about the difficulty level of doing a Master Mode flashpoint, about where your gearing is and where your knowledge is on your character. This is where it's very helpful to be able to use tools like Star Parse to take a look and see. You can see the overlays that are at the top of the screen there that show the raid-wide damage, the raid-wide threat generation, which is kind of a tanking thing, and then also the healing down along the bottom there. So this allows us to measure a little bit objectively as how we're doing. It's not going to be a perfect tool because every fight's going to be a little bit different. The healing depends on how much damage people is taking because this tool is reporting right now the amount of effective heals. So only the heals that are actually restoring health, not the raw number of heals. The damage though, that's pretty easy to see. The thing is though, you have to be aware of which fights allow you to constantly attack a boss versus which ones you have a bunch of downtime where you can't be attacking. Or, of course, situations where there's a lot of adds and you can do better AoE damage to increase your numbers. So as always, keep having some fun, enjoy the game responsibly, and have a great day.